Good morning, y'all. Let's go through some charts. I got a few extra today because they're about to break out. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. There's always going to be macro risk at this point in time. You can get a tweet in like 20 minutes that says war's back on. You can get, I don't know, some random thing that's going to happen whenever it happens. I do want to call out one thing before we go look at the tickers here. Where we bottomed yesterday at 11:30, if you just overlay the TLT chart on top of this, you'll kind of see what I mean. or even maybe the 30-year bond auction there. So at like 11:30, where is it? 30Y. Oops. Let's go find it. If I can actually do it here. 30-year bond. Or maybe it was a 10-year. I can't remember. Either way, it doesn't matter. At 11:30 yesterday, we got kind of that reversal signal at the same time that we bottomed on SPY and SPX and whatever else. And I really like that. Now, we have a similar one today at 11:30. So I don't know if it's going to repeat that same pattern where we go down for the first like 2 hours of the day and then kind of just come back down. And at 11:30-ish, you kind of set up a reversal pattern here and kind of go back up towards, I really want to see a sweep of 75.50, really. But I don't know if we're going to get there unless we get some world peace overnight or maybe later in the day. So my idea right now is if this area holds, I'm going to get some calls because calls are the better risk and reward. You get a nice cup and handle. Like you reject at 75.15 and then come back down before reversing up at some point in time. On the 4 hour and on the daily, this looks like an inverse head and shoulder to me. But what do I know? You got a double bottom there. You have an inverse head and shoulder on the 4 hour. On the daily, I see the exact same thing. We held this area. Coincidentally, this is also another area that was held before. So inverse head and shoulder. You're likely to just kind of continue going higher unless something drastic hits in the next couple of hours. So calls are the better risk and reward right now based on as long as this area holds. And if it doesn't hold, then you're likely going to come back down towards at least yesterday's bottom and kind of undercut that before going higher. So let's see where that ends up. But that's really the idea that I have right now, which is to get calls as long as this area holds on SPY and SPX. Your line in the sand there is 74.98. So as long as we hold above this, calls are pretty safe. If we don't hold above this, you want to short it back down to this low before you go higher. And SPY, you see a similar story, but the levels are different. So on SPY, the number is 746.52. Below this, I'd short all the pops until it bottoms out somewhere and then kind of goes back up. I'm not going to oversize or actually even take a play at open, to be honest, because I just want to catch reversals. Had a pretty good success rate with that recently compared to the opening plays because they just kind of whipsaw everywhere there. And it's hard to capture the move that you want appropriately. The couple of charts I do like, DRAM, I already swung some calls on this. They were $72 or 75 rather when I got them yesterday at 2 p.m. They're going to open up about 50, 60% and almost in the money, to be honest. So maybe even 100% there. We'll see. It's a very small size. It's only like 10, I think it's like 10, 11 contracts. I can't remember exactly how many I got. But I'm going to keep them all. I think we're going to do an uppercut before it goes down. And I want to see if we hold above 65.85 to continue adding. Maybe I'll clip the 70 calls for next week. But if we don't hold above here at 65.87, I'm just going to take the win on these and move on because that's a prime rejection spot for this ticker. SMCI, nice cup and handle. Also a nice inverse head and shoulder. This might take some time to play out, but the 30 calls are hella cheap for tomorrow. So I'm just going to get a couple of them right at open, and we'll see where those go. And Intel, I really hope we get an undercut first. I really hope they come back down a little bit before it goes higher. I guess it's a pretty optimal call entry at 114. Now I was looking at the contract prices. They're not that expensive. The 120s for tomorrow are like $60, maybe 75 at open, whatever it might be. So I might just do a starter on that, and if it goes on discount, I'll get more. But I really like how that chart is shaping up right now. And they got some sort of like regulatory approval yesterday or something like that. So we'll see where that ends up. AMD, I kind of went over this a couple days ago, but 500, I really have to break that. There's a lot of buyers at 500, coincidentally. So if it comes back down, I don't think it will, to be honest. I think this is just going to do this and then kind of grind up to 560. But if it does come back down towards that 500 area, definitely get some calls because that area is held now multiple times for the last couple of weeks. So I really like how this is looking. NVIDIA, I think they're just rotating back into the semis names and some of the technology names. It probably consolidates here a little bit before breaking out. I got some 215 calls for the end of the week. They were $18. Yep. I got 125 of them because they were so cheap. And they were already up 50% by the time the day ended yesterday. I was not able to sell any of these. I just didn't have time. So I'm just going to hold them and see where they go. It's a lot of anyways because they're super cheap. But I do think if you start closing above 207, you're likely to go towards 212. And that's really the final draw that I have for the end of the week, because I think you're going to reject right there and set up a weird head and shoulder pattern on NVIDIA at that point in time. Micron caught some bids overnight, which is great. Kospi did well. Again, same pattern, cup and handle. It looks the exact same everywhere else. And I do think this is going to go towards 1043 by tomorrow, if not today. They might shake us out. They might shake out retail, maybe consolidate it here a little bit. And then 2 p.m., I'm going to swing some calls for tomorrow, or maybe puts, I don't know what. But they're pretty good risk and reward at 2 p.m. onwards, because the data kind of kicks in and the contracts get much cheaper. So I'm liking how these charts are looking. The top watches for me right now are Intel and SMCI. But adding to that is Oracle. I do think this is going to fly. I just don't know if it's going to be today. I'm going to set up a leap position for this at 200 calls for January 2027 and maybe the 220s. But I really hope that this clears 145 because I saw 145 calls for Friday. But we'll see where this goes, because I do like how this is shaping up overall. And we had the second, I think it was the second highest dark pool order yesterday on Oracle. And the ORCX, I think it is, which is the 2x long Oracle ETF. And we had I think it was the highest buy or dark pool yesterday, which is insane to me. So I do think this has legs. And if this is going to go, AVGO is going to go, already got some calls on this. I think I sold most. They're in the money. I probably should have held them. But they went from $111, I think it was. And we got 171% on those. And they're in the money right now. Probably should have actually added more, but whatever. Photonic names are probably going to go. And then you can also look at like LCRX. Or is it LRCX? I can't remember. Lam Research. And then also materials are catching bids. So I really like the AMAT calls for tomorrow. Literally same chart. It's the same everywhere else. Cup and handle everywhere. Odd, right? It's like it's the same algo or something. So that's what I like. If you want to play Microsoft, calls do actually look pretty good. You want to play Amazon, calls do look pretty good. You're setting up a nice base here. Maybe it just accumulates, I don't know, MP, maybe. I've had some success with this. Maybe this goes, let's see if it clears above 53.67, then get some calls towards 60 basically is your target. Someone wants me to check my PP chart. It doesn't actually exist. It's an inside joke, I guess, which I'm aware of because someone posted on the chat a couple months ago and people are like looking that up and it doesn't exist. QQQ, let's go through that next. Something suspicious. Either we're going to get some world peace news. I don't know why we're pumping, to be honest. Like I was kind of worried about that. Above 718.81, you're likely to go towards 725. That's just a reality. And if it doesn't go towards that, you're going to come back down towards likely this buy order block at 708, and 700 is a pull wall there. They moved the call wall down from 720, I think it was, like 718. So you're opening up right in there, which is insane to me. And above that is just literally going to squeeze. So we'll see where that goes. And, oh, Hal had a volume spike. Yeah, I saw that. Wait, which Hal? Halliburton? Yes, that one. I don't know if they're going to sell it. My worry is this is like a double, triple top maybe. But if this clears for whatever reason, 35.13, you're likely going to go higher towards 36, maybe even higher than that. Jobless claims were under expected. Maybe that's good for rate cuts. Maybe that's why we're pumping. I don't know. But it's kind of suspicious to me. Right now I'm worried about this pre-market pump. Like this never spells good for us, because if it rejects here, you're coming down hard. I don't think it will, because they're rotating back into the semis, as we see from DRAM, Micron. Even the Qs are catching bids. Let's see if Intel catches bids. It probably will. And I'll set up a starter on those. Tesla's a top watch for me tomorrow. Yesterday was not ideal. Like still got a 60% win on those, and then ended up selling them for whatever. But this accumulation, maybe it goes on for another day today, and then we'll see if it breaks out above 396. If it does, and you are holding above it, you're likely to go towards 408, and it'll complete that cup and handle pattern there. So let's see where that goes. Meta just announced some random ass deal with, I think it was Apple or something. So this is another watch for me, but I want to see it claim back. I think it's 592 there. If we hold up this, you're likely to go back towards 623. I don't know if that's going to take one day or a week, but it is what it is. So those are the tickers that are top watches for me. I just want to see Apple really quickly, because if this is catching bids, it's probably going to be bearish. No, I think they might sell it off. Coca-Cola, they're likely going to sell it off because they're rotating back into technology and some more risk-on assets. And I just want to see PG real quick, see if that's doing anything there. Nope. XLP, probably the same story. Dumping. Yep. Crude oil futures. This is a bit of a concern because you're holding this displacement here. That doesn't mean it's going to pump automatically, but I do worry that this is going to hold and that's going to put a damper on the moves on the broader indices and ETFs. I really want to see on crude oil just a lower low at this point in time and a lower high and kind of complete this pattern back down to 69 is kind of the name of the game there. USO, I might get some puts on this. You have a head and shoulder pattern here for one thing, but you have a head and shoulder within a head and shoulder. So let's see if it wants to come back down towards 107.50. If we break that for whatever reason, which I think we should, then it comes back to 103 and we'll see where that goes. Palantir, they probably sold it off as soon as, I don't know what happened last night, but I was looking at the NQ chart and I was trying to short the hell out of this. And every time I was shorted, I just got stopped out. So I was like, there's something suspicious here. We should not be pumping here, but it is what it is. So they'd likely just rotated out of the defensive names and back into semiconductors and technology because I look at the RTX chart, same thing. LTX, what was it? LRT? Doesn't matter. Oh, it's LMT, sorry, that's the one. I was looking at this last time as well. I was like, there's no way this is bullish for, like, I don't think people are it's either priced in at this point in time, whatever's happening in the Middle East, or I think the market is expecting that they're just going to go higher. So we'll see where that goes. Indices, you could make a claim that it looks bearish. I don't see it. I just see an inverse head and shoulder. That's all I see. But, I've been wrong before many times. But who knows where this goes. Individual names for tomorrow are probably your best bang for the buck. And then I'm just going to wait until, 11:30 to take my first trade on SPX because this is a big old flag on the 4-hour. And let's see if this breaks out. Same thing on the daily, actually. But this is going to break out or break down one way or another. And the only thing giving me confidence in an upside move is that they've been loading the 7,600 calls for next week, which is weird because I don't think that should be the case. So for today, there's a lot of exposure, 7,500, 2,550, 515. This is bizarre to me. They're likely expecting some kind of announcement today of a deal. The only time I'll get bearish is if we start closing below 74.98. And if this turns into puts, but we're going to watch for the big prints. I don't know why they haven't sold these. They've been holding this for quite some time, and this is now below the EMAs and 87% below where they originally bought this from. Good volume spike for the last couple of days when they started building this position. But honestly, I think this is out, and they've been building the 7,600 calls for July 17th. And that is at a 90% discount right now or something like that. So we'll see where that goes. But I do think the market wants higher. And if you did swing some calls with me for the 750 strike for next Wednesday, they're going to be green at open. Please take the win. And this is the recap from yesterday. Decent day overall, but I'm just going to play the reversals because I have zero interest. Like if we start dumping right at open and puts go up by like 100% or calls go up by 100%, I just don't care. I'm not going to rush into that. If anything, I'm just going to buy some Intel calls, which is a top watch for me, and maybe SMCI calls, which is another good ticker to play right now. DRAM calls are in the money. If you want to take the win, take the win. DRAM calls at open, take the win. And good job, Bobs. We'll see where that goes. And market opens up in about 30 seconds. I'm going to watch the first 15 anyways and manage most of my positions that I have open and probably not touch SPX for another 2 hours because that thing is a drag sometimes. And let them do the undercut at open, hopefully, so we can get cheap calls. Otherwise, I don't see what the point is. DRAM calls are up 165%. Let's go. 178% DRAM calls down to 2 runners at here. I'm literally going to sell everything at open because I just don't care. I'm taking the win as much as I can. What a move on DRAM. I mean, saw that coming, but you know, it is what it is. Watching position. Yeah, micro calls are coming in. That's cool. I'm gonna get some Intel 120Cs for tomorrow. They're $1.25. I'm gonna size light on these. I'm just gonna get 3 to start off with, and then if it comes back into a discount, I'll get more. How about that? Let me see if I can get a 118 fill. How about maybe? Yeah, I think that probably makes sense. INTC 120C weeklies at 118. Watching position on at here. And then SMCI calls are hell cheap. What's going on?
I got a reversible timer kind of watching. Pop over to the July 10th. So tomorrow, 7,500 puts, or even further out, and go like to the 14th. They're still sitting in the tomorrow's the 10th. They went to like 90. What, yesterday or 2 days ago? And they only closed out a couple of them, and right now it's nearing the 200 EMA. They hit. There's more hit like overnight at like 23. Now they're back up at 35, and it's tagging the EMA right now. But I think we talked about the other day where we get like a little bit of a pullback back to like 70-ish, 74, watching maybe position. 50. But on top of that, the 731, 7650 calls. So the end of the month, another 5,000 block came in at close yesterday. So that's now the OI on that's 13,000. So crazy. I'm pretty sure they see it way more upside going into the OPEX or even past it.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, they've been loading these 717 calls and the 714 calls, oddly enough. So I do think it wants higher. Watching position. You know, there's macro risk right now, so we'll see. Yeah. George has already flipped long. This guy. Those are in the money, so I don't know if it's worth taking. I'm just going to watch the calls here and see if they start moving at all. 75-20s are probably your best bang for your buck. As long as this doesn't make, as long as it holds here, your calls are probably safe. Watching position. DRAM, go. And then NVIDIA should be pumping soon. This is going to base out here and probably go up. Oracle. If these calls are alive somehow, I'll be fucking impressed. Down 20%. Hey, not bad. They were down like 70% yesterday, so pretty cool.
Fighter said any play.
Oh no, it's back.
Fighter said guys.
Okay, DRAM, I'm out most. Left 2 for fun. You can see the proof in the pudding here. There you go. 173%. Boom. Take the win, y'all. 173% plus on watching position. DRAM weeklies out here.
Fighter said my car AC got broken. Have to change AC compressor.
Dang, sorry to hear that.
Oh my God, what is that?
I don't know. One of us has it on. I just can't tell who.
Fighter said, who the fuck is this?
All right, we're up 183% on these DRAM calls. I probably should take the win, but what do I know? Intel calls up 15. Oracle calls are up 2%. What the fuck? I'm surprised they lived. I don't like it when they pump out of the gate, just so people know. That makes me bearish. Yeah, I'm just going to sell one here at 193%. Oh, 200%. Look at that. Let's just do 245. Why not? Just going to get 243 fill. Let's see. Dang it, George. How did you know? How did you know? Anyways. Should just follow that guy. What are we doing here? Oops, 200%. DRAM calls down to one runner. There's your proof. Because people ask me for fucking screenshots half the time. Yeah,
Watching
long calls.
position.
Okay, well, I guess we're all pieces on. $750 calls for next week are up 100% almost. If you average in, if you didn't, then they're only up 50. But still, PSP. Whoa, 145 calls on Oracle in the money. Nice. I can sell most now. Okay, they're only up 33%. That's not too bad. I got one left now. Let's just see where that goes. Sold most Oracle at plus 30. Concerned. Plus limit sell filled. Still up 40% plus at here. Despite being down 70% yesterday. I guess being early is better than being wrong. So there's that. Intel is up 24%. Not bad. Can we get it higher? Hopefully we should. Everything is pumping right now, which is bizarre. I really want to buy puts. I don't know why, but anytime I try to buy puts, they just go to zero, and it never works. It like really works. It works like 1% of the time. I just can't do it. I wasn't born with the shorting gene, unfortunately. What's he panicking about? SNDK calls. Yep. They bought the hell out of those calls. Yep. DRAM calls are hella paid. That was a crazy play. I wasn't even expecting that to work. SMCI calls are up 6% somehow. Intel calls are up 40% almost. Please don't reject here. And that'd be a suck salad. If it does, at least I can short it. Because I have 0 inches in buying calls here. What else did I swing for Friday? It was like the 745 calls? No. Anyways, they're up if anyone... Oh, that's from the live stream, right? I was wondering why I had them. Intel calls are up 45. You should take the win at this point in time. I will not repeat that again, because if you let it go red, that's on you. If I let it go red, that's because it's fun for me. People really just panic whenever things go red, and then I get complaints. And I'm like, I told you to sell, yo. Bum, bum, bum. Something is gonna happen at 9:45. I just don't know what. I just don't know what's gonna happen. Since I made some money already, do I want to buy Tesla calls for tomorrow? I don't know, man. I don't know. Ooh, Meta looks better now. Okay. Let's try this again. Meta calls for tomorrow. I think you're going to go to 605. I just do, but I could be wrong. Let's get 2 of these. Why not? And by the way, the admin summaries page is only for Bob's now, but I'll share the plays if I see them on live stream. 1DT 605C at 159 per con. Lotto. Damn, these DRAM calls are still up 171%. Cool beans. How the hell did the meta calls go up? Oh, weird. That was instant. Okay, now I'm worried that this is just going to reject here, which is a double top, and then it's just going to come back down. I hate buying puts, but they are the better risk and reward here. Now I'm going to watch till 9:45, then I'll decide what to do. There's a chance to just pump it straight to 75.50, to be honest. How much are they worth? Let me go see. They're so cheap at 95, honestly. Oh, no. They were 95. They're now up 100%. Look at that. Fucking hell. Should have swung more calls. What the fuck? Watching position. I don't want to chase it. Everything's up 100% plus. I really don't want to chase it. I'd rather just wait for the reversal, whatever that might be. Damn, son. They just went for it. I think they're selling off all the financial names. Maybe these calls will live after all. Nah, I kind of doubt it. They're way out of the money at this point in time. Why is everything pumping? I don't get that. And what the hell did I buy here? Oh, I bought some 76.25 calls. Oh, not bad. When did I buy these 7,500 calls? Oh, that's from yesterday. Okay. I have way too many calls, so I'm not going to buy them. I literally have way too many calls open at this point in time. Oracle calls up 60%. Take the win at here because I don't want you to get bag. Oracle. There you go. Well, 56%, but it is what it is. I just got one runner left. I don't even care if it goes to 0. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, Tesla calls are coming in. That's what I thought. That's what I thought when I looked at you. You want to go higher, don't you? Oh no, they're really expensive for one day out. Nah, I'll just wait till tomorrow. Okay, this will come back down, I think, at this point in time. Oh God, if they're gonna go for it, I'm not buying calls today. Which I know is insane for me to say. Aha! All right, they're buying puts now. Great. That kind of helps me out with my... Dude, George, why didn't you tell us these opening plays had open, you fucking idiot? Oh, he did. Never mind. Oracle calls up 100% out. Oracle calls up 100% out. Just get me out. Get me out. There you go. Let's see if I can get it 410 fill. Might be greedy, but who knows. Intel calls are up 50%. INTC up 50%. Take the win out here. Or at least don't DM me that you got bagged, because I didn't do it. Yes. If this flips, it's going to go ham. I don't think it will, though. Gonna call profits and losses at Bob's for the gains. Even though I'm pretty sure I'm the only person who took all those plays, but whatever. What do I know? I think we should watch for those, the VIX. If this holds here, I'm going to get some puts. If it doesn't hold here, I really don't want to buy calls. I really don't. There's plenty of day left, so let it come back down, hopefully, and we'll buy some calls. Ah, I was right. Fucking hell, man. This George guy's good. 945. Go short. Puts are fudging expensive. I don't even want to buy any of these. 74.80 is not bad. Don't want to risk $700 though. Not really. I got the 70s instead. Yeah. No. What I want to do, I want to get some SPY puts. Because you're likely coming back to 745 at the minimum. Let's get 4 of these. Maybe I'll get 25 actually. That's not bad. Now let's do like 8 of these. How about that? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Boom. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Might be early. 7:45p on SPY half size. Will cut if we start magically closing above 748. We hit that ADR goal. likely spot to reverse down from. If this area holds, I will cut puts. If it doesn't hold, I'm going to add to the 470 puts here. But we shall see. So watching for now. They might just drag it out. There's that VIX candle I was worried about. That double bottom. Right
Rock
out
said,
to you.
weekly.
Huh? No, that GREDT puts. I'll cut them if we start closing above this. If we do, I'm just going to take the L on those. What are they doing? They might just pump it, honestly. Never mind, cut. Out at 52. If it works out, I'm gonna scream. I swear to God. Whenever I buy puts, they just don't work. Dun, dun, dun. Took 7540C at 400 half size again. Puts don't work for me, apparently. VIX just collapsed. Yeah, they're just gonna pump it. All right. Well, fuck. This is your second entry on Intel if you wanted to get the 120s decent here. If they go to 750 today, I'll laugh my ass off. DRAM's pushing. I don't know what the hell Tesla's doing. No matter what are they gonna do? This should go up to 605, I think.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Chill, y'all. The market's only been open for half an hour.
Remain seated, please.
If anyone took the SPY 750 calls for next week, they're up. For next week, up 60% from OG entry. Nearly 150% from averaging down. Does George want what puts? Are they coming in? NVIDIA calls, SanDisk calls, Micron calls. Ah, weird. These are for tomorrow, though. I don't know, but actually a pretty good hedge, but I don't know if it's worth taking. Yeah, they're buying one DTE puts, weirdly enough.
I am Groot.
Let's see what NVIDIA is doing really quickly. Undercut, held, should go up.
Shit, nigga.
You know
This-
what's still alive, by
Yeah,
the
go-
way? Oh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry, you were about to say something. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, I was just saying if it goes above, closes above 75.20, you're going to go towards 75.40. But go for it.
I was going to say the calls that you got, the 76.25, they're alive.
They really are. They're only up like 2% here, but it is what it is.
Hey, yesterday I wasn't on, but I'm assuming they were probably were a tiny bit of drawdown given.
Dude, it was not tiny. It was down 60%. Most people would have cut those, but I'm going to hold these. SoFi July 17th calls are back to green, oddly enough. SoFi July 17th, 70C back to green. Weirdly. Yeah, I'm just watching. I'm waiting for the 10 a.m. candle because if this closes above, that's game on. You're going to 75.40. DRAM calls are still green. Please take the win. You're up 208% there. 213 now. Please just take the win. 213% on DRAM weeklies. Take the win at here. I don't know what else you want at that point in time. I do think DRAM's going to go to like 70 by the end of the day. I just worry about a rejection here. If this flips, if you close above 65.86, 70s on the cards for tomorrow. ABGO, I'm glad I got those because, yeah, you're right. They're dead. Although this is actually a pretty good entry. You want to do a gamble with me? Let's do it. I mean, I'll do it, and you can do what you want. Damn, son. These are expensive. What's the next level here? 410? 410. I'm just going to go 1, see what it does. Gamble. ABGO 1DE 410C at 110 per con. I wrote gamble with a O for fun. I'm turning off sound effects after this call. They're not working. If it dumps here, I'm going to be pissed. So then I sold those puts for a small loss. Okay, meta calls are green. You had a second entry there. If anyone took those, please take the win. You're up 25%. I just want to see the 10 a.m. candle. I just want to see what it does. If it dumps us, I'm going to be pissed. QCOM. QCOM calls kind of look good. TSM has earnings next week, so I really like how this chart's shaping up personally. Making higher highs, higher lows. I like that. And then if this goes, ARM will go as well. So I might do a starter on ARM maybe later in the day. Oh, no, it's already gone. Let it come back down. You're at the upper range there. And we'll see where that goes. Oh. I think they're going to go for it, to be honest. Meta calls are up 136%. Take the win, y'all. Meta calls up 100% plus at here. Take the effing win. All right, I did what I can.